Welcome back to Yusof Reacts. Today, we're diving into the epic clash between two of DC's most iconic heroes in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Released in 2016 and directed by Zack Snyder, Batman v Superman. Dawn of Justice brings together the Dark Knight and the Man of Steel for the first time on the big screen. The film is packed with action, drama, and sets the stage for the larger DC extended universe. The story picks up 18 months after the destructive battle between Superman and General Zod in Metropolis. Bruce Wayne, played by Ben Affleck, sees Superman, portrayed by Henry Cavill, as a potential threat to humanity. Meanwhile, Superman grapples with his own identity and the world's response to his existence. As tensions rise, Lex Luthor, played by Jesse Eisenberg, manipulates both heroes, leading to an inevitable confrontation. The climax introduces Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot, setting up the formation of the Justice League. Let's talk about the characters and performances. Ben Affleck's Batman is older, more cynical, and battle-weary. His portrayal brings a new depth to the character, distinct from previous versions. Henry Cavill continues to deliver a conflicted Superman torn between his alien heritage and his human upbringing. His struggle is central to the film's narrative. Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor is divisive among fans, with his eccentric and manic personality offering a unique take on the classic villain. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, though having limited screen time, makes a powerful impact and leaves audiences eager for more. The movie explores heavy themes like power, responsibility, and the moral ambiguity of vigilantism. These themes are underscored by Zack Snyder's signature visual style. With its dark tones, dramatic cinematography, and epic action sequences, the cinematography and special effects are top-notch, bringing a gritty realism to the superhero genre. Despite its ambitious scope, Batman v Superman received mixed reviews from critics. While praised for its visuals and performances, it faced criticism for its pacing, tone, and complex narrative. However, the film was a box office success, grossing over $870 million worldwide, proving the enduring appeal of these iconic characters. Batman v Superman set the stage for the DC Extended Universe, introducing key characters and plotlines that would be expanded in future films like Wonder Woman, Justice League, and Aquaman. It also sparked discussions among fans about the direction of the franchise, influencing the future tone and style of DC films. Batman is manipulated by Lex Luthor to fear Superman. Superman's existence is meanwhile dividing the world, and he is framed for murder during an international crisis. The heroes clash and force the neutral Wonder Woman to re-emerge. The general public is concerned over having Superman on their planet and letting the Dark Knight Batman pursue the streets of Gotham. While this is happening, a power-phobic Batman tries to attack Superman. Meanwhile, Superman tries to settle on a decision, and Lex Luthor, the criminal mastermind and millionaire, tries to use his own advantages to fight the Man of Steel. Society believes there should be no Superman because of his alien-like powers. Batman agrees and proceeds to take Superman down. Conversely, Superman fears that Batman's actions are reckless and tries to stop him. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor, owner of LexCorp, is plotting something that will destroy mankind. Will one of the heroes fall, or will Lex Luthor take over Metropolis? In the wake of the destruction of Metropolis, the people try to determine whether Superman should be praised as a hero or if he should turn himself over to the authorities. Batman, on the other hand, sees Superman as a danger to everyone and prepares to take on the Man of Steel himself. On a side note, Lex Luthor plots to destroy mankind while mysterious Diana Prince or Wonder Woman pursues her own plans. Will one triumph over the other? Or will the world face certain doom? The world changed when mankind, the citizens of Metropolis, and billionaire Bruce Wayne were witness to the awesome power of the Superman. Now, 2 years later, the love affair is seemingly ended when the Man of Steel becomes involved in the complexities of international politics, with lives lost amidst terrorists or rebels. As journalist Lois Lane attempts to clear his name, Senate hearings and the media compel Superman to work within the system. The Batman escalates his war on crime, seeking a means to end the potential threat of Superman, and Lex Luthor appears to be pulling strings behind the scenes. 18 months after the destructive battle in Metropolis Man of Steel 2013, Superman has become a controversial figure. Billionaire Bruce Wayne Ben Affleck, who has covertly operated in Gotham City as vigilante Batman for nearly 2 decades, blames Superman for the mass casualties that resulted from his fight with General Zod Michael Shannon. Among the casualties were many people working in Wayne Enterprises headquarters when the tower collapsed. Superman, in his public identity as Daily Planet journalist Clark Kent Henry Cavill, sees Batman as dangerous and seeks to expose him. LexCorp's mogul Lex Luthor Jesse Eisenberg also sees Superman as a threat and convinces Senator June Finch Holly Hunter to help him recover kryptonite from Zod's failed terraforming attempt in the Indian Ocean. Finch later stonewalls Luthor's efforts to use Zod's DNA and the Kryptonian scout ship recovered from the battle to create a biological weapon. Wayne successfully infiltrates a fundraiser promoted by Luthor to retrieve data from LexCorp's mainframe. But his flash drive is stolen by mysterious antique dealer Diana Prince Gal Gadot, who learns that Luthor has files on several metahumans, beings with superhuman abilities. Herself, as well as a man with superhuman speed Flash Ezra Miller, a cybernetic body cyborg Ray Fisher, and a man that lives underwater Aquaman Jason Momoa. Wayne later receives the drive back from her after she copies it. While decrypting the drive, he has a vision of a dystopian future where he sees a gigantic Omega symbol etched into a desert landscape. Armed with a pistol, he leads a force of rebels against Superman. Batman is betrayed by his own men, captured and held prisoner by Superman's army. Superman approaches him, rips off his cowl, and tells him he took everything from him. Superman then rips out Batman's heart. Wayne is snapped out of the vision by a mysterious time traveler, who warns him that Lois Lane Amy Adams has a crucial role to an impending threat and that he must find the others. Before he vanishes, the time traveler yells that he's too soon with his message. He later learns not only of Luthor's experiments with kryptonite, but also his ongoing investigation about metahumans, including Prince herself, who is an immortal warrior. Batman attempts to retrieve Luthor's kryptonite in the Batmobile but is intercepted by Superman, who orders him to cease his activities. Later, Finch summons Superman to a congressional hearing at the U.S. Capitol to debate the validity of his actions. Using a man, Wallace keeps Scoot McNairy, who was paralyzed by Superman's battle with Zod in Metropolis. Luthor masterminds a bombing that kills dozens of people by hiding the bomb in the man's wheelchair. Everyone in the chamber is killed, including Finch. Despite being seen carrying the injured out of the blast zone, the public blames the bombing on Superman, who goes into self-imposed exile. Batman retrieves the kryptonite and prepares to launch a strike against Superman, building a powerful exoskeleton and kryptonite-powered arsenal. With Batman now having the kryptonite, Luthor activates the Genesis chamber aboard the scout ship and splices his own DNA and Zod's. Luthor endangers Lois to lure Superman to LexCorp Tower, where he reveals that he has been aware of Superman's secrets for some time. Luthor blackmails Superman into confronting Batman by holding his adoptive mother, Martha Kent Diane Lane, hostage at an undisclosed location, anticipating that Batman would kill Superman with his kryptonite. Superman tries to reason with Batman, revealing that he knows his secrets, but leads to a fight in which Batman nearly kills Superman with a spear he'd fashioned from the kryptonite. Superman pleads for Batman to save Martha, which was also the latter's late mother's name, prompting him to come to his senses and realize Superman is not a threat. Luthor's plan, Batman leaves to rescue Martha while Superman confronts Luthor, who unleashes a monstrous artificially bred creature Doomsday made with Kryptonian technology on the crashed ship. Superman and Batman join forces to fight him and are aided by an arriving prince in her Amazonian attire, but are outmatched due to the creature's ability to absorb and redirect energy, becoming indestructible in the process. Realizing that their shared Kryptonian DNA results in shared vulnerabilities, Superman retrieves the kryptonite spear and impales the creature with it, while the creature stabs Superman with his bony spike, seemingly killing him. Luthor is arrested after Lane exposes his numerous crimes. When he is visited by Batman in prison, he gloats that Superman's death has made the world vulnerable to powerful threats, of which he was taught about while manipulating the Kryptonian ship's technology. Batman threatens Luthor and promises that he will always be watching him. A memorial is held for Superman in Metropolis, and as Clark is also declared dead, Wayne, Lane, Martha, and Prince attend a private funeral for Clark in Smallville. Martha passes an envelope to Lane, which contains an engagement ring from Clark. After the funeral, Wayne reveals to Prince that he plans to form a team, the Justice League, from Luthor's file subjects to protect the world in Superman's absence. Later, a faint heartbeat begins echoing from Clark's grave and the dirt around it begins to levitate. I could go on and on about the symbolism, political commentary, strong themes and amazing character work embedded throughout this movie. I could also go on and on about how WB, critics and some DC fans have since the TC's release in 2015 unfairly misrepresented, misinterpreted and misunderstood the film to drag it down. This, the ultimate, most complete edition, especially the new remaster with some IMAX scenes restored, is rather more immune to that bad faith criticism as it spends more time going in depth to each plot point as well as adding and explaining characters and decisions which simply did not make sense in the theatrical cut. Whether you love it or hate it, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is a pivotal film in the superhero genre. Its ambitious crossover and deep themes make it a movie worth discussing and revisiting. What did you think of Batman v Superman? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more movie reviews and discussions. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Usof Reacts.